Every year, around 4,000 caravans, campervans, and motorhomes are stolen in the UK alone. So if you don't want to be a part of that statistic in the US, then you need to protect your campervan, because they're prime targets. But what if I told you there are things you can do right now that take less time than brushing your teeth and make your van practically theft-proof? From hidden kill switches to fake GPS decoys, once you see how these tricks work, you'll never park the same way again. If you think locking your campervan is enough, think again. Most van thefts happen in under 90 seconds. That's right, 90 seconds and your entire home on wheels could be gone. And guess what? The factory key or even your fancy alarm system won't stop a determined thief. But you know what does? A $10 hidden kill switch they don't even know exists. Here's how it works. You wire a tiny toggle switch somewhere sneaky under the seat, inside the glove box, even behind a cup holder. When it's off, the electrical circuit to your ignition is cut. So even if a thief hotwires your van, nothing happens. The engine won't even cough. They'll think the battery's dead or the van is broken. And that's exactly what you want. Now, stack this with a modified steering wheel lock, and you've created a perfect trap. Most thieves know how to break standard steering locks in about 30 seconds. But if you drill a small hole, and then smash that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, if you drill a hole and run a steel cable through the wheel to the seat frame, or wrap it with a second lock, they've just met their mat. Together, these two tricks take minutes to set up and cost less than $40, but they'll make a thief waste precious time. And in the theft world, time equals jail. Here's the cold truth. Even if you've locked your van tighter than Fort Knox, a really determined thief can still take it. That's why you need a plan B, and it fits in the palm of your hand. I'm talking about Apple AirTags or any small smart tracker. They don't need monthly fees, and they can literally help you track your camper van across the country. Now, don't just toss one in the glove box. Thieves check that first. Get sneaky. Slip it under the upholstery in your driver's seat. Hide it inside a wall panel. Or, my personal favorite, gut an old deodorant stick, slide the tracker inside, and toss it under the seat. No one's looking there. You want to make sure it's hard to find, but still able to ping nearby iPhone. That's how AirTags work. They quietly talk to millions of Apple devices around them, updating your location every few minutes. One guy in the UK used a hidden AirTag to track his stolen van 180 miles away and got it back intact. No joke. Another tracked theirs across 3 countries. And if you're using a fancier tracker like a Geobit or Invoxia GPS, you get geofencing alerts and exact street addresses. Basically, you're turning your camper into a digital homing pigeon. Let's say a thief does get into your camper van somehow, some way. Maybe they picked the lock or cracked a window. Doesn't matter, because when they go to drive off, they're about to hit a wall. Not literally, but close. That's because your van is locked up from the inside out thanks to a gear shift lock and a solid pedal. 2 little gadgets, one big headache for anyone who doesn't have the key. A gear shift lock is basically a metal clamp that snaps onto your shifter in less than a second. And I mean literally 1 second, click, lock. No fancy setup, no tech. Without being able to move the shift, the van stays stuck in park or reverse. You could have left the key in the ignition and they still wouldn't be able to drive away. Now pair that with a pedal lock, one that clamps down on your brake or clutch, and you've got a double. These locks are made of hardened steel, they're tough to cut, and they make your van undrivable. You can't hit the brakes, you can't move, you can't press the clutch, you're not shifting. Combined, this setup costs under $100 and adds over 10 minutes of delay for the average. And that's 10 minutes too long when they're trying not to get. Thieves don't steal vans just to joyride, they steal them to. And that's where window etching ruins their whole plan. When you etch your VIN, vehicle identification number, or license plate number, into all your windows, you're basically branded. Now every single window screams, "I'm stolen," and suddenly the resale value drops to. Most shady buyers won't touch a van with visible etching. It's key. Even scrap yards will. DIY kits cost as little as $20 and take under an hour to do. And if you get it done professionally, you're looking at $50 to $100. Still way cheaper than losing your 40,000 plus camper. It's low effort, high reward, and thieves absolutely hate it. Sometimes the best way to stop a thief is to mess with their head before they even touch your van. That's where a little psychological warfare comes in. Start with a warning sticker. Big, bold, and scary. Something like, "This van is live tracked. Police notified automatically. It doesn't even have to be true. Thieves don't have time to play detective. They see that and immediately think, nope, not worth it. These stickers cost about $5, but the fear they create is priceless. Now, pair that with a blinking red light from a dash cam or even a fake one. Seriously, you can get a dummy camera on Amazon for under $10. Just stick it on the dash, make sure the light blinks, and boom, instant paranoia. Real thieves hate visibility. Anything that makes them think they're being watched is a huge red flag. But the real genius move? The decoy GPS tracker. Stick one in the glove box where they'll find it easily, while your real tracker is hidden deep inside a panel, under the floor, or even in the ceiling. Most thieves know to look for trackers, but if you give them a fake one to disarm, they'll think they're in the clear. Imagine you're parked at a quiet beach. You're off hiking, enjoying the view, not a care in the world. And then ding, you get a phone notification. Your van is moving, but you're not the one driving it. That's the magic of a real-time GPS tracker with geofence alerts. It's like giving your camper van its own security guard that never sleeps. These little trackers, like the Invoxia, Bouncy, or even the old-school Spytech GL300, use GPS, cellular network, and smart zones called geofence. You set a safe area, like your campsite or driveway. The moment your van crosses that invisible line, boom, you get an instant alert. Some even tell you the exact speed, direction, and location of your van every 10 seconds. That's faster than some police response time. Geofence alerts are next level because they don't just tell you where your van is. They tell you the moment it starts moving without. You can literally be sipping coffee 300 miles away and still know if someone's trying to steal. These trackers usually cost $30 to $100, and subscriptions run around $5 to $20 a month. But that's pennies compared to losing a $60,000 camper. It's like Find My iPhone, but for your entire house on wheels. If you don't want to do any of these other things because they're either expensive or too much of hassle, just do this one thing to protect yourself and your house on wheels. The only thing faster than hot wiring your van is towing it. That's right. Some thieves skip the break-in entirely. They just hook up your camper van to a flatbed and boom! It's gone in 60 seconds. No alarms, no broken windows, just bye-bye van. But there's one trick they absolutely hate, and it takes you all of 3 seconds. Leave your van in reverse. If you drive an automatic, pop it into park. And here's the kicker. Turn your wheels sharply toward the curb before shutting off the engine. Why? Because now your tires are locked at a weird angle and your transmission's working against the tow. Try dragging a van sideways with the wheels cranked. It's not easy. It messes with alignment, the angle of approach, and in many cases, it makes the tow operator bail. Towing companies don't want to struggle, and neither do thieves. Most of them use dollies or flatbed, and a van with the wheels turned is not what they want to see when they're in a rush. This little trick doesn't cost a cent, but it adds a layer of chaos that can make or break a theft attempt. And the best part? It's one of those things that takes zero tools, zero money, and less time than brushing your teeth. Thanks for watching.